Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back. Today is June's Q&A and thank you again for all your questions. I have about 4 screenshots of questions from my IG stories. So if you want to participate in my Q&A, which I do every single month, do follow me on my Instagram, and yeah, you can just follow my stories. I usually post a request for questions. So without further ado, let's get into it. Miss Jean.P, you have 2 questions. Hi Kat, how are you and Nato? And what is your thoughts about JW Pay bag? So the first question, I'm doing a little better, and Nato obviously is doing great. She is the queen of the house. She's just the queen and she's just living her life, getting a lot of treats from me. As for the JW Pay bag, I remember this brand, but I don't recall any of the bags. So let me just quickly Google it and let's take a look. JW Pay. Okay, I think I've seen some people talk about the bag. It's definitely one of those, I guess it's Instagram popular bags. All right, looking at these bags for the first time, just on pure visuals, it's interesting. It's one of those brands that has a variety. You got sequins, you got this simpler bag, you got this really, like a donut bag with more donuts on the handles. And this is, I think the Gabby is the one that I've seen online. Very interesting. It's got colors. So there should be a bag for a lot of different preferences and different styles. There's a furry, hairy bag. I guess just on this picture, it looks nice and that you can find a style. The pricing is also okay. Not sure about the quality, and I'm just gonna click one. I'm not sure about the quality. I'm not sure about what material they use. It's fairly affordable. Tons of colors. This is the Eva shoulder bag, and I think there's also like you can get discounts as well. Personally, I would not purchase it unless I am looking for a one-time event bag or a bag to style up my collection. I guess I have enough bags to rotate and use in my collection, so I would have to find a need to purchase one of JW Pay's bags. But if you're looking for a style and you don't want to pay an arm and a leg and a kidney with all the luxury prices now, yeah, I think it's got interesting bags. Your other question, hi Kat, please do a wardrobe vlog. That could be fun. Oh my goodness. I may love luxury, but I have the worst kind of wardrobe setup. If you watch some of my vlogs, it's just like this pathetic pathetic cupboard which belongs to the landlord. Maybe when I do, when I change up this cabinet and put my clothes properly, I would do a wardrobe vlog. But, maybe I'll do one of those wardrobe clear out vlogs where I just take out all these clothes and just clean it out, because it's pretty much due for a decluttering. I'm not gonna do all those massive declutterings because I still feel like some of these clothes I can still wear, but yeah, some of the clothes I already don't feel like wearing anymore. They don't suit my work style. But maybe when I do that, I will do a wardrobe vlog. Miles DLT, if you had a chance to choose a special edition, blue box H bag you want, what would it be? Wow, I've never even dreamed of getting a blue box bag. Those are the bags that are like one of a kind. If you are ultra up there VIP, you get a blue box. It's those unique bags. I think they're called exceptional pieces. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I would love one of those disorder. I think that's a blue box. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's a blue box bag. The disorder is a blue box bag. If it's not that, I would love, there was this rock and roll bag. I think that would be really cool as well, because I think it has like hardware all over coming out. I think that would be a really cool style bag. Obsessions and other things. What's your next planned jewelry purchase? Great question. So today is Sunday. I'm filming. I'm really hoping to finish filming and then edit and then post it. But I do have a piece of jewelry that I'm going to pick up on Friday. And it's going to be really surprising. So I guess you'll have to wait until I do that reveal. Some might hate it. Some might hate my decision for it. But yeah, it is what it is. I decided on it. So you'll have to wait until I reveal it. I would, just wear it straight away. I'll take my time to reveal it. But for this, I think I'll try and do the reveal when I pick it up on Friday. I'll try to unbox it on Saturday or Sunday and then just talk about it and just straight away use it because you all will see me wearing it. Chris_Tan1111. With so many decluttering YouTube videos to organize their life, does that influence your mindset? Great question. And I guess 50-50. I have already been on that. I don't use the word decluttering, but I've already been on this sort of reducing mindset. It's not that I'm reducing to save more money. In fact, I'm reducing, but the items that I'm buying are like more expensive. So it's not that reason, but I just feel like I've already been on this train of, less is best and buying things that will only serve a purpose. I'm kind of working on it already. It's a work in progress. I am nowhere near perfect. I'm still buying more things and then I'll be like, I need to stop it. So it's a work in progress. And I find that this set of videos that are coming out, like declutter my life, just change it up, all of that. It's obviously very big bang and just, I don't know how to say, it's almost sensational. I don't know if it is done because there is a softening of everybody's purchasing needs. Like everybody's just not buying as much. So because these bigger YouTubers, they are also, this is a business for them, right? So you got to follow the trend. Me personally, I am not following the trend. It's kind of like my personal journey where I am also trying to be better with what I buy. It started where I decided I'm not going to collect anymore. So it's just a matter of being a little better with my purchases. So 50% no, in that sense that I'm already on it. But 50% yes, because the more I see it, the more I feel like I also want to do it. I want to do it as in like I want to take that big jump and like, okay, overhaul and do it all. I don't know if I would. Like I just mentioned, I might do a decluttering of my wardrobe. But yeah, I'll do a little bit here and there. I feel like it's sort of a little bit like spring cleaning. Getting rid of things that don't serve me anymore and coming into a bit more of a wardrobe that is reflective of what I have right now. So whether it's bags or clothes or jewelry, I actually just did one decluttering of some of my costume jewelry, some of those old jewelry that I just don't use anymore. So I kind of like toss them because I just don't use them anymore. So I guess I'm always doing it, but on YouTube I just don't show it because it's, I don't know, I don't find it helpful for people. And those that do a big one, obviously it's sensational, it's inspirational. Like I said, I do get a little influence. Oh, maybe I should do this kind of video as well because I do it. But is it gonna influence me to do a massive decluttering and change my entire wardrobe and change my entire collection? I don't think so. It's not realistic for me. I enjoy my things. I try to make sure I get wear out of it. So, it's kind of 50-50. Gemini bag ski. Any thoughts on Chanel Kelly bag? I actually really like it. I got a chance to try it in the store a few months back when what was I doing there? I think I was helping my boss buy a bag. And long story anyway, but I was helping her because she wasn't around. I saw it on display. It was during maybe the second season it came out or the second batch. It was only on display. You could see a few bags, not for sale, super hot. That's what my essay said. When I tried it and I held it in my hand, I thought, oh, now I get it. Now I know why the hype is so crazy. It's actually really nice and really pretty. Even it had that, kind of Longchamp kind of flap over the bag. It wasn't like disturbing the bag, if you know what I mean. It feels like it was okay, part of the bag. And the size, it is a mini bag, but it's not so small that you can't put anything inside. It's actually kind of okay for a small bag. And I liked it. I thought it was very feminine and pretty, and yet it looked like it could suit many events and occasions. So yeah, I actually really like it. Next question from Alex. If you see an item you want online and it's available, would you purchase it or still get your SA to source it for you? So this is a real life situation question. There was one piece of ready to wear that I was kind of obsessed about. I mean, it was so expensive, but I actually really liked it and I thought it would be super good for work, even for going out. And it was online, but it was sold out in store. And I actually asked my SA to get it for me, get it from the warehouse, get it from the online store. And they tried like a few times, but it would not get shifted. They would not transfer it from the website to the store because, they both have different revenue targets. And because it was a popular piece, the website store knew that they would sell out. So they did not release it, unfortunately. So I was actually this close to buying it online, and when I was coming closer and closer to the current season, which is the fall-autumn season, I actually thought, you know what, I am going to buy it online. And I went online and it was already sold out. So I guess the stars and heavens were telling me, don't waste your money. So to answer your question, I would try and get my SA to request for it online and bring it to store so that I can purchase it from my SA and obviously help with my pre-spend. But if I really love it, like really obsessed with it, I was obsessed over this blouse, I think I would get it online, but I have to be obsessed. Like I have to be like just, I can't stop thinking about it. Then yes, online, definitely. Miss PYU 2002 questions. If you can choose a perfect mini Kelly to keep, what combi would it be? Oh my goodness. If I can choose the most perfect mini Kelly, it would be, I know, I'm so boring, but it would be green. It would be a shade of green. It would be, it could be malachite. Oh my God, so gorgeous. Malachite with gold hardware, or it could be in bamboo. Oh my gosh, bamboo. I would love it in chef leather. Oh, so good. Bamboo, or even like one of the darker shades. So if you don't want to be like so crazy, or I don't want to be so crazy, I would get it like in vert cypress, which is this deep forest green. Your other question, what happened to your Constance 18? Saw from your previous Q&A that it's sold, right? So I made the decision to sell my Constance 18. And the reason I wanted to sell it is because I decided that this white nata color is not for me. I love it, and it's actually really, really gorgeous, and it's hardier than you think. Even though I wore it crossbody and I was afraid of color transfer, it's not so bad. However, there's still the risk of it, rubbing against a pair of jeans that I just a little forgetful or not mindful enough, or a jacket or somebody else's jacket. So I had a little bit of that worry. Plus I have a mini Kelly that is also white, right? It's in the color mushroom. It's one of those things that I think I don't need so many light color bags. Look at me, I'm wearing a black top. I think always with this very expensive handbags, I want to be careful with it because I'm not the most careful. So I decided that I want to let that go and get another Constance 18 because I really like it, but in a darker color like Etan, or obviously black is great, or like a darker color. I don't know, what other colors? Dark colors, what are the gray tones? Sihui 2003. How do you know when it's time to ask for a quota bag? Well, if your place, well, wherever you are, Sihui, has a pre-spend and you kind of know, like based on research, like Singapore, you kind of know like 1-to-1, 2-to-1 if it's a mini Kelly. So 1-to-1, I think then that's the time. You kind of know, as long as you're keeping track of your expenses. Another possibility is time. So you would know that after about a year or just under like 10 months, if you haven't gotten a bag yet, then it's kind of like time to ask for a quota bag. But if you're in Singapore, time is definitely important, but pre-spend is more important. So once you hit that pre-spend, then you gotta just wait a little bit. Like you gotta let a bit of time, at least 6 months and above, before you ask for your quota bag. If it's your first quota bag, then it will be your pre-spend. But after that, you've got to wait 6. And nowadays, I hear at least a year before you can ask for your next bag. So yeah, it's both time as well as pre-spend, especially if it's your second bag. San Yu, would you consider buying Laura Piana following the hype? The answer is no. I find that it's not my style. It's, I'm not saying that simple is not nice. It's nice, but yeah, it's not for me. I feel like it's very hype driven. Granted, it has beautiful leather, beautiful stitching, fantastic craftsmanship, and all of that add up together with this brand. But I feel that the hype just elevated it. And once the hype dies down, it's just another brand. And there are many, many which has high quality and good quality bags. Plus, it's so expensive. So I'm not in that ultra VIP level. I don't mind just enjoying the lower ones. I don't need to be like the ultimate, wherever Laura Piana is. Yeah, no, I don't think it's a brand for me. I'm not really into the quiet luxury trend. Not that I want it to be loud, but I do like a little bit of logo here and there. I mean, I like it. I like seeing it. So this whole very quiet luxury trend where you wear like this top and it's Laura Piana, I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's not that I want to shout, Laura Piana here, but I can get the same top at Uniqlo or let me just think. Okay, maybe not Uniqlo is too bad. Like maybe Sons and Sons, which is a local brand here. I enjoy it. I know the quality is not 1-to-1. It's very far apart. Maybe that's cashmere silk. This is a cotton top. But, I enjoy what I use, and I think I would freak out if a black top like this would be destroyed. Okay, so I'm definitely not their customer. So yes, the answer is no. I am Jess. Whoa, May went by so quickly. Tell me about it. Just like that. Can you tell us your realistic fine jewelry wish list? Wow, this is a good one. Let me do a video on it because there are a few more like little pieces of jewelry that I want to add, but like over time. I have a lot of jewelry, so I actually don't need to add anymore. But there are like 1 or 2 like realistic pieces, and I think pieces that would stand the test of time if I were to add these into my collection. So yeah, let's do a video on that. Realistic wish list. Gold Massilia. Chanel mini flat bag with top handle. Cost $8,370. Worth to get or no? Wow, Massilia. I think with Chanel, it's either you love it extremely, you just think it's for you, then go for it. Because at these prices, it's really hard to say whether it's worth it or not anymore. it's honestly, it's not worth it. But if you don't buy it, playing the devil's advocate, if you don't buy it, it will just keep going up. So unless you want to buy it from the resale market, the thing about Chanel flat bags with the top handle, they continue to be very popular. So I'd say if you find the right color, the right design, the right shade and material, and you love it, then that's your worth it, because Chanel is just gone crazy with the prices. Now, I don't think I would pay classic flaps now. It's what, 14, 15,000? Yeah, that's totally a no. But these smaller flat bags, it's still, I don't want to use the word reasonable, but I can still swallow it if it comes out in the right color and leather. So let's, for me, if it comes out in the perfect green shade, like maybe like this kind of green, like this is a beautiful green, I might still jump at it if I'm looking for a mini flap. But yeah, the small classic flaps and the classic flaps, wow, that's like no anymore. Vivi Luna, next jewelry piece, traditional gold shop or luxury brand? Got a lot of jewelry questions this time. So yeah, as I said earlier in the other question, there will be a reveal unboxing coming up soon. So, oh my gosh, I don't know what are you all going to say when I get that piece. I think all of you are going to be like, oh, either that or like, yes, I don't know. So I am actually quite nervous to do that video, but it's kind of exciting. Joyful Hoarder, how long is the longest you have waited for a Hermes quarter bag? Okay, so this is the longest. I got my last quarter bag last year in January. So it's June. I don't have any quarter bags. So it's been a year and a half and the clock is still ticking. So, it's that kind of thing. 80 ton 1987. Are you tired of the luxury world not having their own innovative creations, but inspire copies of each other? Wow, great question. I never thought of it like that. I never thought that I'd be, like tired of it. But I definitely can say that I'm not as interested, cause, it's like a different take of the same thing. But again, it's a bag, right? How different can it be? It's nothing so different and so innovative. Occasionally, an innovative bag will pop out and then you're like, oh! But then there's this concern as well, right? Oh, hype, trendy, stick with the classics. And then, like classics across all the brands are, flat bags, turn locks, top handles. So they're all pretty much the same. And, innovative isn't always a good thing when it comes to luxury bags. There is a place and time for it if you're looking for something different and you want to be that fashion, like you want to be in the fashion. But I kind of like the different takes on classics, because then you can sort of, or at least for me, I can sort of imagine how that bag would suit my lifestyle. So let's just take the most copied. Every brand has it, okay? The chain, flat bag, every brand has it. Like, how innovative can you get? You can add a top handle, you can change up the strap, you can change up the turn lock, it can be a clip lock, it can be a magnet, it can be a double flap, it can have back pocket. That's pretty much it. You can have, inner pockets, etc. But because every brand is trying to make each other's like a little different, a little bit bigger logo, smaller logo, quilts, different quilts, square quilts, right? All that. I like it. I actually think like, ooh, interesting flat bag, because I already know that bag works for me. So yes, it's boring because it's like, oh, another flat bag. But at the same time, if I know I'm going to put a chunk of money on that bag, I want to know that it suits my lifestyle. So I know that that kind of chain bag, flat bag, jumbo is no longer my style. So if other brands make it, but it's so gorgeous, because I already know, I'm like, nah, not for me. But if they come up with a similar size to my classic Chanel flap, and I'm like, I'll give it a go. I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. I know that the classic flap small size works for me. A little bigger also still works. So when Coach came out with their tabby bag, I thought, yes. Oh, Coach, what are you doing over there? I like it. And I could see all the things that they were doing right. Back flap, inner flap, an extra zip in the inside. So I thought, yeah, Coach, good one. Good innovation. So for me, it's not about being tired of the same bags. It's more of that maybe I'm not as inspired, but at the same time, you know, when you take a step back, you go like, okay, that's a good thing. Stella KP, now that you've been on YouTube for so many years, would you go back and do anything differently? Another great question. You all are having great questions today. Not that you don't have great questions, but you're making me think. What would I do differently? Okay, I think I should have taken YouTube more seriously. If I had to go back, I think my videos were doing pretty well then. And they're doing well now, but I think, you know, I've kind of passed the boat of being quote unquote viral. Because I think I got a pretty good, decent view, but I wasn't taking it so seriously then. I feel like I should have put more effort into it. So that's one thing I should have done differently. Also, I think I should have, all right, just saying, I should have taken my makeup and skincare more seriously, because it was a time when there was not so many, I'm gonna say it right, like this kind of face on YouTube doing makeup. And you know, I love makeup, but it was hard to find people with the same skin tone. And it's just the fact that, you know, YouTube is primarily from the West, and it was a lot of like Jaclyn Hill and Tati and all of that. So I felt like if I could, you know, maybe stake a little space. Another thing that I would have done differently is maybe not get into the whole buying for YouTube. So I did that initially when I not buying directly for YouTube, but definitely there was some element of, oh, I want to buy this. And in the back of my head, I'm thinking, I'm going to unbox it. So if if I was more in tune to my style and my preferences, maybe I would have not bought some of the bags. So bags like the Dior Ganache, which was red in color, I think I would not have bought that because I felt like that was a hype that I jumped in and I just wanted to unbox. Another bag was also possibly the Dior Montaigne. If I really think back about it, I think it was because there was the hype of it coming to launch, and I was there at the right place, right time in the Dior store, but not in the right mindset because it was just really bad time at work. I don't think I would have bought that bag because I think I wanted to be part of this, like, oh my gosh, be the first to get the bag. So there were definitely a few of those bags that I would totally have done differently. Like, I wish I had the kind of maturity that I have. Not that I'm more matured and so wise, but if I had that, you know, that brain, then I think I'll save myself, you know, penny here and there. Not a penny, like a lot more. I've got 3 more questions. The next, you want to remain anonymous. What are some new or new to you brands that have caught your eye, Lux or otherwise? There are 2 actually at the moment. So the first is this brand called Demilier. So I am on their site right now. I saw this brand, let me think. I don't know which YouTube. Oh, Handbag Holic. So she shared this bag and she was like saying it's going to be the next big thing. And I remember watching it, but it didn't catch my eye then. This bag caught my eye a little later on after we did a luxury live show talking about new brands. But I really like this Vancouver bag. It has so many different colors. It obviously looks like a Constance, but it also gives me Celine vibes. I think it's so pretty. It's caught my eye. And then the other bag that I also think is super nice is the Tokyo. This Tokyo bag is giving me Prada vibes, but obviously without the Prada price tag. It's so simple, so chic and sophisticated. Again, so many pretty colors. But this is the kind of brand that I wouldn't mind buying it in white, because, it's not that bad, and I get a little bit of the white bag in my collection. So this brand called Demilier definitely caught my eye. The other brand that caught my eye is Totem. So let me look for Totem. So I am also on the Totem site, and I saw this YouTuber. Oh my gosh, she's a smaller YouTuber. It just popped up on my recommended feed. If I can find her channel, I will link it down below. I think she's from Sweden. Oh, no, was this? Yeah, I think she's from Sweden. Anyway, she has the T-Lock bag in the size, like it's like a little bigger. So cute. Now, she did share there are some, cons to this bag. It's a little bulkier, but I thought it looked so good for work. It has this really interesting, like, flap at the top, and the kind of opening and like the little T there, and it just looks so chic. So another brand that has caught my eye is Totem. Now the other person that talked about Totem is, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Michelle Wong. She mentioned some Totem shoes or clothes. I heard of it, but it didn't catch my eye until I saw that video. adjd.td. What bag would you not spend your money on, but will accept if given for free? Oh my gosh. Okay, there are a few that are coming to my mind, and I think there's a theme to these bags. So the first bag is the Cartier bag. As you know, Cartier also makes handbags. I actually tried one in store. If I can find a picture, I'll post it. But if I can't, I'll just put a bag. I tried it in store, and it just, didn't like shout at me. My essay tried to say, look at like the C in front, right? And it's made of the same, hardware and craftsmanship of the brand and, jewelry, right? But it just, like, I give it to me for free. Great. Would I buy it? No. The other brand that I wouldn't buy, though I have to say I was close to buying it, I was kind of going back and forth a few times, is the Bulgari Serpentine bag. I know some of you might have that bag, but I tried it many, many, many times, and I tried to love it. I tried to convince myself that it's, again, beautiful hardware, such a sleek chain, like the snake scales, but it didn't do it for me. It was heavy, the straps was like uncomfortable. It's beautiful, like jewelry, honestly, but not a bag. So the theme is any kind of bags from these jewelry brands. There is something that you're trying to come into the leather world, but you're not doing it. Another jewelry brand that makes bags. Try and guess. Tiffany. So Tiffany came out with some handbags, right? I don't know what they're called, but I'll put a picture here. They had like blue and pink and heart shapes, and kind of looked at the lock. I bet you it's just a money grab, and I don't know what kind of, maybe they're using, because LVMH bought them, the same factories that LV made their bags, but they just don't do it for me. You know what I mean? So I think bags from jewelry brands, they've got a long way to go before they go for bags that are made from brands that have the heritage, whether it's leather making, armor, luggage, whatever, but not straight jewelry. So okay, last question from Pochette Pearl. Good food recommendations. Very quick question, because I am so bad with food recommendations. I'm one of those people that just am a pure creature of habit. I go to the same place all the time. I'm not a foodie. In fact, I have to follow foodies to learn of new places. But push comes to shove, I just don't go to food places. I can eat the same thing every day. So I'm the worst. Like if you ever come to Singapore or if you come to Malaysia, I get stressed because I feel like I need to show you good food places, but I don't know them. So yeah, if I ever come up with a food IG, don't follow me. Anyway, thank you so much for all these questions for June. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to try and ask me a question for the July, please do follow me on my IG as well as follow my IG stories as well. Try my best to be consistent. First week of the month, I'll put a question up for 24 hours on my stories, so you can drop me a question there. So anyway, remember to follow me there. If you're following me on my YouTube, don't forget to hit the notification bell as well. Otherwise, everyone, please take care, stay safe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!